Hi guys, welcome to JA Maths Teach, where maths is a must. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video. Guess what we're doing today? Multiple choice questions continued on consumer arithmetic. In our last video, we stopped here. We were looking at depreciation, tax, and simple interest, and we are continuing. This was the last question from the Csec paper on consumer arithmetic in 2011. And it reads thus. If $7,000 is borrowed at the rate of 5% per annum for 3 years, the simple interest is, and I know you know, that simple interest is SI equal P times R times T over 100. We substitute what we have. We don't know the interest, that's what we're trying to find out. Principal is the amount borrowed, so that's 7,000. And the rate is the percentage, that's 5. And the time is the number of years, so that's 3. All over 100. Zeros cancel. 5 times 3, 15 times 70. And we would get 1,050 for our answer. And if you need to write it down, that is the solution. Of course, you can always pause to see and write. Let's look at 2012 questions. A dress which costs $180 is being sold at a discount of 10%. The amount of the discount is, and this one really needs no calculation. Once you're finding 10% of a number that ends with 0, you will drop the 0 and you have the 10%. So if you drop the 0 off 180, our answer would be $18. So our answer is $18. Number 16, a man's annual salary is $45,000. His tax-free allowances total $13,000. He has to pay a tax of 35% on his taxable income. The tax payable is, okay, so his tax-free allowance is the amount of money that no tax should be taken from. So the rest of it would be his taxable allowance or taxable income. So we subtract 13,000 from 45,000, and that would give us, I believe, 32,000. And then, in order to find the tax that is payable, we find 35% of that amount. Okay, let me fix that. So that would be 32,000 times 35 over 100. Zeros at the end cancel zeros at the end. 320 times 35, and that would give us 11,200. If TT $6 is equivalent to $1, then what is 15 TT dollars in US dollars? And I would like to go to the solution. So there's a solution for 15 and 16. So when you are dealing with foreign exchange, it's good to draw up a little table. The first column should be the one that you have the $1 equivalent to. So US $1, that's in our first column, and then TT dollars. So $1 gives us 6 TT dollar. We want to know how many US dollars will give us 15 TT dollars. So we set up a little table like this, cross multiply. So 1 times 6 times x, 6x, 1 times 15, 15. And you guys are brilliant. We want the value of x, so we divide both sides by its coefficient. So that's both sides divided by 6, and we end up with $2.50. So our answer is C. Pay attention to these answers. You'll be seeing the questions again. And this is how you'll be prepared to do your Csec multiple choice questions by repetition. If $7,000 is borrowed at the rate of 5% per annum for 3 years, what is the simple interest? We did this earlier in the video. Do you remember the answer? I hope you do. So our answer would be $1,050. And you'll see the solution on the next slide. Number 19. How much does a customer pay for an article marked at $50 if a sales tax of 6% is charged? Okay, so we did this question in the last recording. How much does a customer pay for an article marked at $50 if a sales tax of 6% is charged? So we know that we're finding 6% of $50. And it's sales tax, so we're adding it to the price or the original cost, right? $15 to $51, $15 to $102, $22 to $1, $26 to $3. Remember that sales tax is added, so that means our answer would be C, $53. Number 20. Tracy bought a pen for $60, sold it to gain 20% on her cost price. How much money did she gain? Alright, so this is one of those questions. So percentage 20 over 100 times 60. But it could be done another way without that much calculation. 10% of a number that ends with 0 means that we drop the 0 at the end. So 10% of $60 would be $6. We want 20%, so that would be 2 times $6. So that would be $12. Simple, right? Yes. Alright, so here are your solutions. You can always pause the video and look at them. Let it soak. Question 21. A salesman is paid 5% of his sales as commission. His sales for last month were $2,020. How much commission was he paid? So, again, this is another percentage question that we can work out without much calculation. We know that 10% of a number that ends with 0 means that you just drop the 0 and you have 10%. So that means 10% of 2020 would be $202. But we want 5% of that, so that's half of 10%. So half of $202, easily $101, right? Next question. A loan of $8,000 was paid back in 2 years in monthly payments of $400. Loan $8,000 paid back in 2 years in monthly payments of $400. Question is asking the percentage interest on the loan. So monthly payments of $400 was paid for 2 years. So in order to find out the amount that they actually pay, we need to convert the 2 years to months. 12 months make a year, so 2 years would be 24 months. So we're looking at 400 times 24. We can switch it up and say 2400. That's the zeros. That's the zeros from the 400 I've placed in front of the 24. That's 2400 times 4. And we would get 9600. So then, the difference in the amount paid and the amount borrowed would have been 9600 minus 8000. That would be 1600 divided. So that would be 1600 divided by the original amount multiplied by 100. That would give us the interest. So here's our solution over here. So how much was paid back? 400 times 24, that's 9600. The interest would be the total payment minus the actual loan. That's 1600. The interest percent is the interest over the cost, well, in this case, the loan, multiplied by 100. Zeros cancel zeros. That 0 cancel that 0. 8 into 8, 1. 8 into 16, 2. 2 times 10, 20. So our answer would be D, 20%. In our next videos, this is where we will be starting. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember, if you have not done so, to subscribe and like this video. This is your girl from JA Math Teach. Big up yourself. Goodbye.